Hello. I don't know whether anybody's thought much of Nick Clegg recently, but he's now quite high up. He has a position on the board of the Meta organization. That's the organization that runs Facebook and Instagram. And he is messianic about the next generation of the internet and communication and ways of getting information about. He talks about ephemerality, embodiment, and immersion. And well, ephemerality. I mean, he's got my attention immediately because I think the ephemeral is a very important part of our world. What we dismiss as not important is, in fact, probably the stuff that defines us. Embodiment, he's talking about avatars and about ways in which we can live in this metaverse. And immersion is really the same thing. He wants a nice tricolon. In fact, he's really only talking about 2 points. But the background to this is indeed the idea of communication. So on Sunday, I was hacked. My Instagram was hacked. I don't care much about Facebook. It's clearly a dying platform. But Instagram is something I was introduced to while I was on the circle, and it was set up for me, and I've quite enjoyed it in its way. It makes me no money at all, but it does seem to keep me in touch with a group of people who followed my progress through the circle and seem interested in what I'm doing, and I feel a responsibility to them. And so every Sunday I send a little message, and sometimes during the week as well. I have recently spent more time on YouTube because there's an option to do slightly longer pieces and to do things slightly more in depth. However, I think an organisation that prides itself on communication and fails absolutely to provide any sort of support when things go wrong is a very scurrilous organisation indeed. And I don't think Nick Clegg should have anything to do with such a thing. So I was hacked on Sunday. On Saturday night, I think I managed to get access to my Instagram after 3 or 4 hours of talking with experts who didn't know really how to sort this out. I eventually found a method, and it worked. And I used it, and then early on Sunday morning, I was hacked again, despite the fact that I'd put in a lengthy password, a 2-factor security code, and in fact I'd changed my password on my email as well. So the people who were hacking me were very good. I managed to get back in again using the method that I'd used on the Saturday night. It worked. I got back in, and 5 minutes later, there was a note on my Instagram telling me that someone was signing in from New York, Chloe, or whatever she calls herself, or he calls himself now. I imagine this is an entire room full of people hacking anybody who's got 90 plus thousand subscribers. I've applied a few times for a blue tick, which I believe gives you an added patina of security, and nothing's happened. I tried re-entering Instagram in the same method, and this time I was foiled. This time I was sent to new pages which told me to seek support, and I was directed to send an email to the support service with a photograph of myself holding a number and holding details of my Instagram name, which has been changed slightly. It's now got 008 at the end of it, as if I don't deserve 007. And I heard nothing. So it's now Tuesday. I've still heard nothing. today I did actually try once again to use the same method, and it looks as if it might be successful. I've not actually actioned the thing because I want to make absolutely sure that I've got as much security in place before I do so. Even then, I'm not certain it's going to work. There is a fundamental problem with the security of Instagram that I think I have identified. There is a fundamental problem with the nature of Instagram and Facebook, which I think I have identified, and that is that they don't have human resources to provide the sort of support that they claim they're offering. There is no support. Now, of course, I may be taking this rather badly today because I'm really quite ill, and so everything seems miserable when you're ill. But I think nevertheless, I wasn't ill on Sunday, I wasn't ill on Monday, and it seemed pretty bad then. I would be interested to know what you think, and I'd be particularly interested to reach out to Nick Clegg so that he can actually discuss these strange messianic things that he talks about. I think it's about time that we heard from Nick Clegg again. I might reach out to some of the people who were at school with him. But one way or another, I think Nick Clegg ought to respond to me. And I would like to quiz him about the nature of Instagram and the nature of the failing platform Facebook and where he thinks this is going next. Because if it's going to take over our world, and if he's not going to provide any more support than is provided for Instagram, I think we're on a passage to hell.